Good morning from Ralph's house. Yes, it's Friday, and I just thought I'd start the day with that lovely front door. Isn't it gorgeous? Yes, so it's Friday. The side panel for the shower arrived, so that's all the shower there. The only thing that will be missing is the rail and the shower head, but I can pick those up. Anyway, that's not why I'm here today. I'm here to get power to the upstairs lights, and right. Here's my first hurdle. This is the access point at the top of the stairs where all my cables go down the fuse box, and it's a bit tight. I don't know who made those holes, but it's not that easy because when you feed them through, they don't exactly go straight under the stairs. It's got to go over a brick wall first, which supports this, I guess. Supports the staircase anyway. But I was trying to do this last night in the dark and getting nowhere with it. Well, that one's alright. Which one was I doing? Ah, it's that one. See what I mean? Get to a dead stop, and it's kind of luck if you get it through. Oh, that felt a bit more positive. Let's have a look downstairs and see if it's come through yet. No such luck. There's only 2 cables coming down there. There's 3 going through at the top. I removed the shower cable thinking, oh, that'll give me more room. No, it's still just as hard to get them through. So I have to keep playing about upstairs until it goes. So frustrating. And it's kind of luck. When you get the right point, it will go straight through. But not now. Honestly, you can spend a good 30 minutes trying to do this. Once it's in, it's in. And as far as I know, it's the... Put me light back. It's the last of the cables to go through there. But will it go? Will it help? No, I think I'll come back to that. I can almost do that in the dark actually, but can't do all this stuff when it's getting darker. So I'll get the switch wire in. That's crucial. I've got to get that up to the loft. So 1 live in, 1 live out to the next light, 1 to the switch, and 1 to the light bulb itself. So that's 4 of them in all. But on this one, I'm going to make sure they all terminate in the ceiling rows. If I wished, I'll leave plenty of slack on it. So in case I decide to dispense with that and have some other kind of lighting up here. But at the moment, I just want to get the lights in. So yeah, we'll crack on with this switch one. I've got it up a fair way, but I need to go up in the loft now and see if I can actually find it up there. Perched on top of the ladder here. I've just broken my golden rule. Don't come up in the loft with boots on. Yeah, you really need trainers or something to light up here. As I've said before, you need to be like a gazelle. Right, well, somewhere that cable is. Oh boy, it's under that lot. Alright, well, we'll have to unfold that. Yeah, nothing's ever easy, is it? Couldn't find the cable up this end, so I've had to shove a screwdriver from underneath, push it through the ceiling. Hopefully I can spot it then. This is the worst of it really, because although some of it's boarded, like, a lot of it isn't. You know, if you get across there, you've got to keep pushing these boards across and kneeling on those. A bit of a pain. And let's see if I can find this screwdriver. Well, nothing's ever straightforward, is it? I'll tell you for why, because I can't. I've pushed the cable up from below, but I've got that gap to go through. So I've decided the only way I can do it really is to do it from above, so I've got to push the cable down, so that'll be fun. Yeah, that's in. Just gonna put it through so it goes through the rubber grommet. Because it can get a bit confusing with all these wires if you're not careful and you forget what's what. I know this is the cable in, power into the lights, so I've got a Sharpie, so I should write on there, power in, upstairs lights, or lights up. Probably be the easiest way to do it. And the same with the switch wire, I should just put SW on that, and then when I pull the light round, because it's over there somewhere, the landing light, and I'll drop it through where that pendant is, and all the cables will be hanging around. I'll leave them plenty of slack, and then I know exactly what to connect to what. There we go, SW for switch, and I've done the same for the power one as well, so at least we know what's what when I pull it through the ceiling rows. That's a bit stubborn. I'll probably have to, I don't really want to smash it off. I'll just have to clear this paint around it and see what we can do with it. Yeah. Well, don't need any of that, so I can just cut all that up. That'll make it a bit easier. There we go. The trouble with lath and plaster ceilings, you never get a proper fixing for your light pendant, so I'm going to put a flat board between the joists screwed in, so there's actually a proper fixing up there. Ah, that'll be it. Right, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, look at this, all single insulation stuff. You know, that hasn't been used since the 1950s or 60s. So what I've got to do is pull that back. Cause all sorts, new insulation before that, then vermiculite. Right, let's roll that back a bit. Taking it out of the way. Do you know, when I stripped this house out, I saved loads of this wood, and everybody kept saying, don't you want to put it on the skip? No, it'll come in handy, and it is now. So what I need to do is mark this bit of wood so it fits exactly between those two joists, and I'll put 2 bits of wood each end and then screw them into the sides of the joist and just drill a hole to put the cable through. Give a much better fixing. I'm not sure about the position of that, because this cupboard that was built here, which I like, I think it's blooming useful. It doesn't restrict head height at all coming up the stairs, but that light was there before that cupboard was there, so my feeling is move it a foot that way and it will light more of the stairs when it's on. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I can plaster over that. That's no bother. So right, let's have a look. Let's go up and mark it. Right, cut that bit of wood. What I've done is I've screwed a couple of these on the end. You see what I mean? And then I'll screw those into the sides of the joist then. Well, actually that way around. Yep. Better be good, because when I screw the ceiling rose on it, I can use quite long screws, and I'll get a really firm fixing on there. Good if I'm going to be, you know, who knows what might be hanging from that at some point, and it puts less strain on the ceiling as well. So alright, let's put that in. Right, which one's this one? Switch. Right. Nice thing is I can hang it a long way down and then easy connect the pendant then. So then we've got power in. And then I've got to put power out. So for that I'll need my reader cable. This one will go on to the next light fitting. I'll just squeeze it in there. Should be enough room. Yep. Right, they're through. And I've got the pendant dangling on it, ready to do it. I shall come back later and do that. But I'm absolutely soaked. I'm absolutely dripping from going in and out of the loft. Yeah, busy day. So I shall come back in the evening. I've got enough light to be able to do that, and connect the switch, and probably connect it into the consumer unit downstairs as well. Yeah, and then at least I've got a light I can put on when I come in, and then I shall carry on tomorrow. So that's basically the principles of a lighting circuit. I know I haven't gone into a lot of detail, but I'll show you a picture of the ceiling rows. And so you've got in, you've got out, you've got switch wire, and your wires to your bulb. And then, so the out wire just carries on, and we repeat the whole process again in the next room. Yeah, so I shall pop back a little bit later. Yeah, I told you I'd be back. Yeah, just want to get this finished. There it is, still hanging. But I have got the switch on. I shall get all this plastered once, because all this paper's coming off next Friday. and then I can see what the wall's like. I can fill in all this stuff, just pull the switch off again, fill it and put some finishing plaster on it. That's the switch wired up. So next thing is the pendant. I need to get that on next, and then we'll have another go at trying to get that cable back through the floorboards. Be nice if I can get this connected up tonight. Right, we're connected at the consumer unit. We've got a live cable up here, switch is in, and you're thinking, come on, switch it on then. Well, I can't because I've got to run some tests in the morning, do some resistance tests, make sure that everything's as it should be, double check all my connections, and I'd rather do that in daylight really, to be honest. So that's it from Ralph's house. Don't forget, like down here, see the little thumbs up thing, you know, just click on that. And it takes a second and it all helps. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the switch on tomorrow. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.